Have you ever wondered how it is possible for an airplane's wheels to withstand extreme impacts during every landing without breaking or deforming immediately? In just a fraction of a second, they go from being completely still to spinning at hundreds of kilometers per hour, bearing the full weight of the aircraft and intense friction against the runway. Behind that critical moment lies a complex industrial process that combines high-strength materials, precision engineering, and strict quality controls. In this video, we will explore how airplane wheels are manufactured, from the selection of materials to the tests that guarantee their safety on every flight. The wheels used on commercial and cargo aircraft are among the most highly stressed components of the entire landing system. Their manufacturing process is nothing like that of a conventional tire. From the initial design to the final resistance test, every stage of the process is conceived to withstand extreme accelerations, massive loads, abrupt temperature changes, and violent friction at the moment of runway contact. The development of these tires begins in the field of materials engineering, where the internal structure is defined to allow impact absorption without losing stability. Unlike a common wheel, an aircraft tire must go from being completely still to spinning at hundreds of kilometers per hour in just a fraction of a second during landing. In that brief instant, the tire's surface heats up intensely due to friction with the pavement, reaching temperatures that easily exceed 200 degrees Celsius. This thermal demand directly influences the selection of the compounds used in its manufacturing. The base material is still rubber, but it is not used in a simple form. It is a complex formulation that combines natural and synthetic elastomers along with chemical additives that improve resistance to heat, wear, and mechanical fatigue. High-strength synthetic fibers, such as Kevlar or equivalent materials, are incorporated into this compound, providing a traction capacity far superior to that of traditional reinforcements. These fibers allow the tire to maintain its structural integrity even when subjected to loads of tens of tons and repeated deformations in each takeoff and landing cycle. Once the materials are defined, the industrial process begins with the construction of the internal casing. To achieve this, sheets of technical fabric impregnated with raw rubber are prepared. These layers are placed in overlapping fashion on a forming drum, following a precise orientation that determines the tire's final strength. The arrangement of the fibers is not random. Each layer is positioned at a specific angle to distribute internal stresses and prevent stress concentrations that could lead to premature failures. As additional layers are added, the structure takes on a cylindrical shape. This initial body forms the skeleton of the tire and is responsible for supporting most of the aircraft's weight. At this stage, assembly precision is critical. Any deviation in fiber alignment or layer thickness can create weak points that compromise the product's service life. For this reason, the assembly is carried out using semi-automatic systems controlled by specialized operators who constantly verify the correct placement of each component. In parallel with the formation of the casing, the metallic reinforcement system is prepared. Although the percentage of steel in the tire is relatively low, its role is essential. Braided steel cords coated with rubber are used and integrated between the fabric layers. These metallic belts act as an internal framework that limits tire deformation when it comes into contact with the runway at high speed. They also help distribute the loads transmitted from the fuselage to the ground evenly, reducing material fatigue in each operating cycle. Once the internal structure is completed, the outer surface is prepared to receive the tread. Before applying this component, the casing undergoes a cleaning and surface activation treatment. This step ensures that the bond between the casing and the tread is uniform and strong. The tread is manufactured with a rubber compound specially formulated to withstand high temperatures, intense friction, and repeated contact with abrasive surfaces. Unlike ground-use tires, the rubber used in this area prioritizes thermal and mechanical resistance over long-distance durability. The placement of the tread is carried out using industrial presses that adjust the material around the casing with controlled pressure. At this point, the tire is still in a raw state, meaning the rubber compounds have not yet acquired their final properties. The external shape is already recognizable, but the internal structure still needs to be stabilized through a fundamental chemical process, vulcanization. The assembly is placed into closed metal molds that define the final tread pattern. Unlike automobile tires, the grooves on aircraft wheels are shallower and fewer in number. Their main function is not to provide traction in turns, but to facilitate water evacuation during landings on wet runways, reducing the risk of hydroplaning. The mold incorporates this pattern precisely so that every tire produced has exactly the same design. During vulcanization, the tire is subjected to high temperatures and pressures for a specific period of time. Under these conditions, the sulfur present in the rubber formulation reacts chemically with the polymer chains, creating crosslinks that transform the soft material into an elastic, strong, and stable structure. This process not only sets the tire's final shape, but also defines its hardness, its ability to deform in a controlled manner, and its resistance to thermal wear. Incorrect vulcanization can result in a product that is too rigid or, conversely, excessively soft, which would directly affect its performance under real operating conditions. Once curing is complete, the tires are gradually cooled to prevent internal stresses. They are then subjected to a thorough inspection phase. This stage combines visual checks, dimensional measurements, and non-destructive tests that allow the detection of internal defects such as air bubbles, layer discontinuities, or irregularities in the distribution of reinforcements. In many cases, X-ray systems or scanning technologies are used to verify the integrity of the internal structure without the need to cut the product. After passing the initial inspection, each tire undergoes pressure tests. Unlike conventional tires, aircraft wheels operate with very high internal pressures. Under operating conditions, they can reach values several times higher than those of a car. To simulate these conditions, the tires are inflated in a controlled manner on test benches that replicate the real loads they will endure in service. These tests verify that the casing maintains its shape, that no abnormal deformations appear, and that the internal reinforcements fulfill their structural function. In addition to static pressure tests, which verify the tire's behavior under constant loads, dynamic tests are carried out to reproduce the real conditions the wheel experiences during landing. In these evaluations, the tire is installed on specialized test benches that simulate the initial impact with the runway and the sudden acceleration that occurs when the wheel goes from being completely still to spinning at high speed in just a fraction of a second. These testing systems apply controlled forces that reproduce both the weight of the aircraft and the longitudinal loads generated during braking, allowing a detailed analysis of the mechanical response of the assembly. During these dynamic tests, multiple parameters are monitored in real time. Temperature changes on the rubber surface due to friction are recorded, as well as the dimensional stability of the casing under rapid deformations and the integrity of the internal layers that make up the tire's structure. The appearance of abnormal vibrations, microcracks, or pressure losses that may indicate behavior outside safety margins is also evaluated. The goal of this set of tests is to confirm that the tire can repeatedly withstand these extreme conditions without degrading its performance, compromising its stability, or presenting structural failures that could endanger the operation. A key factor in the final performance of aircraft wheels is the gas used for inflation. Unlike common tires, which are filled with compressed air, aircraft wheels are inflated with high-purity nitrogen. This inert gas behaves much more stably in the face of abrupt temperature and pressure variations. During a typical flight, the tire experiences very low temperatures at high altitude and, within seconds, is exposed to intense heating when it comes into contact with the runway during landing. The use of nitrogen reduces the amplitude of internal pressure variations associated with these thermal changes and decreases the risk of oxidation or unwanted chemical reactions inside the tire, contributing to greater system stability and a wider safety margin under demanding operating conditions. Once the tires have passed all stages of manufacturing, quality control, and technical certification, each unit is identified through traceability systems that allow its origin, production batch, and manufacturing parameters to be known. They are then packaged following specific protocols and distributed to aircraft maintenance centers, airlines, and logistics bases where they will be available for installation when needed. In operational service, each wheel has a lifespan defined mainly by the number of landing cycles it can safely withstand. Although the structural design allows it to endure hundreds of operations, the tread gradually wears down and the internal materials undergo fatigue processes due to repeated loads, high inflation pressures, and extreme thermal variations. For this reason, the tires are removed from service preventively before they reach a level of deterioration that could compromise their performance. However, removal does not necessarily imply the complete disposal of the component. In many cases, used wheels are sent to specialized facilities where the condition of the internal casing is evaluated through visual inspections, non-destructive tests, and dimensional checks. If the main structure remains within the safety margins established by aeronautical regulations, the tire can undergo a retreading process. This procedure consists of the controlled removal of the worn tread and the application of a new layer of rubber, followed by a new vulcanization process that restores the mechanical properties required for reuse. This system of manufacturing, operational use, periodic inspection, and reconditioning is part of a highly regulated industrial framework supervised by certification bodies and aeronautical authorities. Every tire that enters service has undergone an extensive technical validation process designed to ensure that, at the most demanding moment of the flight, the initial contact with the runway during landing, the wheel behaves in a controlled, stable, and predictable manner. The ultimate goal of this entire set of procedures is to efficiently absorb the impact energy, allow for a progressive deceleration of the aircraft, and maintain the integrity of the landing gear, thus contributing to the overall safety of air operations.